Okay, so let's take a look at how you can create object storage in Oracle Cloud, and we will also see how to upload one of the static file into that object storage, and we will also see how to create pre-authenticated link for that particular file that we upload, right? And then try to view that in browser to see if everything worked, right? So what we will do in this case is we'll go to Oracle Cloud, then within our menu we will check storage, right? Now here you have object storage section where you can click on, or you can also click on bucket, but here let's start with object storage, right? So here it will tell you that you have two options: get free 10 GB object storage and free 10 GB archive storage, right? Collectively you have 20 GB, right? Now to get your object storage started with the files that you wish to upload, you will have to create a bucket. Now what type of content is suitable for bucket? So let's say you have some of the folders files that you don't regularly update, but they are for view only or read only, and you are storing it as an asset. Then in that case you can use your object storage for such data. So usually your website files which are static, you can add them into your storage. So in my case, let's say I have a JSON file that contains some data and that isn't regularly updated. Then in that case I will upload that into bucket, and then I will try and access when required. Now we can start with create bucket, right? So let's name this bucket. So let's go with all capital. So bucket there. So I will upload, let's say, everything related to development into this bucket. So this will be my standard tiers bucket, right? I can use enable auto tiering, right? So it will move from expensive to less expensive. There is also object version option which will show you the overwritten ones, and it will also show you new object is uploaded when an existing object is overwritten or deleted, right? There are also object event emitting, that option can be selected. So if you are going for automation, this would be a good option. There is also uncommitted multiple upload cleanup option, so you can clean uncommitted uploads in 7 days. There is then this Oracle manage keys option, and finally you can add the tag. So I'm not going to add tag, however I will select the storage tier as standard, and I will click on creating the bucket. Right now it shows you that you have created the bucket and visibility is private. Now I will select the bucket name, and as you can see immediately my bucket is available to use, right? And it will remind you at the top your limits for both standard tier object storage and archive storage, collectively 20 GB, right? And then at the bottom here you can see an option to upload the object. So like I mentioned, static files are a good option for storing your files. So let's go and upload something. So let's say I have some JSON file, so I will go there in JSON file. I can choose option of, let's say, customers, right? If you have any other file, let's say order, inventory, HR data, so let's go with that. Let's give our object some prefix. This is optional. You can also change the tier: infrequent access, standard, and archive, right? So I'll go with standard and select the file, right? So here we go to files, JSON, and this HR data JSON file, right? So it's like 63 KB of data. I don't want to add prefix. I will simply upload it. Now upload is finished. I can close this, and here you can see immediately I get that file listed. Right now comes the second part. Let's say you have some users to with which you want to share this particular file, right? And they are part of your Oracle cloud and they are logged in. Now you want to share this and view this file in your browser's another tab, or you want to share it with the other cloud users. And to do that, we will just select the file and choose this hamburger menu and say create pre-authenticated request, right? And here the request name I can change or keep as is. Then I can choose entire bucket or object with prefix which we missed last time. So I didn't add any prefix, directly the object. So we can select that. Currently we already selected the object, so it is selected here as well. Now another thing, you can also set the expiration for that particular file. So only up to this point that file will be read, and object read limit is set. So I want to limit this to 3rd of March, right? And let's create a pre-authenticated request. Now here you can see that URL is listed, right? I can copy this and I can offer this for my record, and let's say once that day passes this particular URL won't be accessible, and also its 1 time or 2 time whatever the use was within that period will be over as well. So we will open this, copy the link, paste it here, and here you see that JSON data. Now the thing is, your Firefox will try and parse it and try to beautify it, and it will look cooler now. And use the raw data and try to view it the way it is written. It will be like this. So it's not easy to read. So we'll use JSON tab and view it in a beautified format, right? And notice that it will be from the link which is pre-authenticated. Now you can share the link with your other users on the Oracle cloud, and within your, let's say, team who wishes to access this data for a short time, and then you can even delete this. So we'll also take a look at that part as well, right? So let's close this. Now let me close here as well. Now the next part is, let's say if I want to get rid of this before even expiration, right? So I will simply use delete option. There is also encryption option, re-encrypt and so, and also I can rename this just in case if I want to, right? Then there are object details that you can check. Also, if this file is uploaded by another user, you want to download it for your local use, you can click on download, right? So one more thing is updating the storage tier. It could be infrequent use, then standard, and also for archival. So you can choose between all of those options as well, right? Now I want to get rid of this JSON file. So I will just go to the hamburger menu and check the menu, click delete, then again click on delete button, and that file will be deleted, right? Similarly, if you want to delete this particular bucket, you can click on delete and it will just verify again, and this bucket too can be deleted, right? So the flow was basically going to your object storage, creating a bucket, then adding your files, and then choosing the file and its option, and then making pre-authenticated request for the file. So go to Oracle Cloud, then go to storage, then object storage, where you get to create your bucket, right? So clicking on create bucket, choosing the name, then its tier and available options, then you can pick the encryption, right, and then tags, and you pick the option to create the same. If you followed up to this point, I am sure now you can create your own bucket in Oracle Cloud and also add your files and create pre-authenticated links for those files as well.